Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Monday, a brand new work week, a brand new school week, a brand new week here with KTTC. Thanks so much for joining me, Kelsey Marier, your host and producer for Morning Pulse. I bring you local headlines every weekday morning at 8:30 right here in a short formatted way. So we like to keep this under 10 minutes so that you can get your news and know what's happening right around you and then get back to whatever you're doing for the day. So thank you for being here. Hopefully you're either watching live on our KTTC live stream, the extra live stream we have, or our KTTC YouTube channel, which is also airing this broadcast live for you as well. I'm also streaming this live on my Facebook page too to just try to hit our viewers and all of you guys wherever you're watching. We want to bring you the news where you're at, computer, tablet, cell phone, wherever that is. So thanks for being here. I have 3 stories to bring you today, 2 in Rochester and 1 in northern Iowa. So we're actually going to start with a brand new story that kind of came in to our newsroom overnight, and then we just got some new details, or we just got details about this story from authorities within the last hour or 2 here. So we're going to talk about that story first. It's in Rochester. It is a crash that took place overnight. We do know that one person was taken to the hospital after a vehicle had struck a median along Highway 52 in Rochester. Like I said, this happened overnight, just after 4 o'clock this morning. According to the Minnesota State Patrol, who sent us the information later this morning about this crash, a 23-year-old Rochester man was apparently heading south on Highway 52 when he lost control for an unknown reason of his vehicle, lost control of that. Then his car crashed into the median barrier right at the 16th Street exit there on Highway 52. Now the driver from Rochester had a passenger, a 39-year-old man, also from Rochester. That man was taken to Mayo Clinic St. Mary's with some non-life-threatening injuries. The driver of the car was not hurt in this crash. Now, that is all the information we have from the Minnesota State Patrol, those troopers that were at this crash. Obviously, you can see it was kind of a heavy police presence there overnight. And we did hear about this crash overnight, and we were able to get some video for you. But again, the State Patrol got us that information within the last hour or so here. So we wanted to bring that bring that story to you. We do have more details, and any updates that we do get on this story, we'll put that on our website, kttc.com. All right, our second story this morning, also staying in Rochester, something that's happening today that we want to let you know about, particularly Rochester residents. So the Rochester City Council is going to be convening today for a follow-up study session on the recommended 2026-27 budget. So one of the topics that is going to be covered in the presentation to the mayor and the City Council today is a recommendation by the Rochester Public Utilities Board, and this could impact you, anybody that has utilities through Rochester Public Utilities. So the board is proposing a $3 convenience fee on all card and digital wallet payment types, and that is to cover processing costs. So if you pay your utility bill using a credit card online or any other digital kind of payment, this would affect you. So if that is approved, that $3 convenience fee, it would that fee would go into effect next year. That fee would not apply to anyone who uses lower processing cost methods. That could be a check, a money order, even cash or PayPal. So if you make your RPU bill payments with any of those, this fee would not apply. However, again, this would be for credit card payments or any other digital wallet payments. You're going to have to experience that $3 convenience fee if this is approved. Of course, RPU is bringing this back up at the Rochester City Council study session today. And we did find out that some data from RPU shows that card-based payments make up 25% of all of the utility payment revenue that it receives, which, again, they're trying to cover the card processing fee or costs with that, right? So the board says those card processing costs were about $650,000 last year. So that's where the convenience fee comes in, right? $3, they're trying to make up for that $650,000 loss in those fees, or excuse me, those processing costs. So the study session is getting underway at 3:30 this afternoon. Again, this is for the Rochester City Council. It is a study session, so it's just going to be talked about today. And if we know anything about when a decision could come or anything like that, we'll be sure to update you as well on air and online and on our KTTC News mobile app that you can download right to your phone. All right, our third story is heading into Mason City, into northern Iowa. We just want to give a heads up to some residents that live in a very specific part of town in Mason City. Today, the City Water Supply Division is going to be flushing some of the water mains. That will be taking place in the northeast part of town. That area includes all the areas east of Federal Avenue and north of Highway 122. We do have a map on your screen. The area I just mentioned where this flushing is going to be happening is highlighted in red, so the northeast quadrant of the city. If you live in that area, you will be noticing those fire hydrants are going to be flushing today. Now, if you do live in that area and you do see that and you are listening to this, or you know someone that may be living in that area, there may be some discoloration happening with your water. No need to worry. Officials do say your water is still safe to drink, so that is good news. But the flushing is going to be continuing through next Friday, September 26th. So it starts today and will go all this week and then all next week. All the flushing is going to be done for all the hydrants in that northeast area, the quadrant there, through next Friday. So just keep that in mind. The city, because of this, is asking people hopefully to not park near or across from any fire hydrants during that time to allow them access to get there and kind of do their work and move on to the next hydrant. So if you live in Mason City or know anybody that lives in Mason City, just give them a heads up about this or send them over to our website, kttc.com. We do have this information with the map included on our website. So we just want to make sure that people are prepared and know what's coming if that is where they live. All right, that is all of the news headlines that I have for you on this Monday morning, the start of a brand new week. The only other thing I want to briefly touch on is our weather, which today going to be another summer-like day, just like our weekend. Wow, yesterday was so warm and kind of humid. Today we're also going to see some warm temperatures, but there are many days this week that there will be potential for some showers scattered kind of here and there. No washouts for any of the days really, at least that's what Ted has been tracking right now. Obviously we know the weather changes very quickly at any time, so just keep that in mind. Maybe keeping the rain gear in your car, anything like that, raincoat, rain boots, maybe an umbrella, just to be safe. There may be some of those raindrops today, but mostly you're going to be seeing that sun, which will be nice. And then again, the rain is probably going to continue for several other days this week, so just keep that in mind. You're going to need that gear handy for the remainder of the week. That is all that I have for news and weather on this Monday morning, September 15th. I appreciate you being here so much, and I hope this was useful for you. All right, that's all I have, and I hope you join me right back here for another edition of Morning Pulse on our Tuesday.